Well, it's a great privilege and honor to have Angie Aryan here. As you all know, she's a leader in the whole field of transpersonal psychology and cross-cultural studies, and one of the great teachers of our time. I could think maybe one or two exceptions, but no, maybe just one. No. No, actually, she is the teacher. I only wish I had some of the heart and skills that she has. And she has been recognized by 3 universities with honorary doctorates. She's been recognized by people who really count, which are her students, and I'm sure many of you have been her students. And we've had a long and very nice relationship, along with other people that have been in the spearhead of the transpersonal movement, and I don't think I need to say too much about her because you all know about her. Anybody that know about her, raise your hand. Okay. But it's a great honor to have her here, and we're going to talk, we think, about what we said we'd talk about, which is echoes of shamanism in Europe. Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. And Angie, of course, besides her cultural anthropology background, has a long history of involvement in the Basque community, and of course the Basque community is perhaps the most ancient community in Europe, though she, of course, remains very young. But she brings a deep knowledge of European mysticism as well as cross-cultural mysticism, and so it should be interesting. I hope to learn a lot, and I look forward to our discussion period later, but right now we're going to have our dialogue. So welcome, Angie.
Oh, thank you, Michael. Thanks. We'll try not to laugh too much all the way through this.
Yeah, we got to be serious. This is a serious subject. I mean, Europeans, were sort of the first ones to lose shamanism due to the conquest by the Roman Empire and the Inquisition by the Catholic Church and general destruction of Celtic traditions. Europeans, in a way, were sort of the first guinea pigs of all this extinction of traditional shamanism. And unfortunately, Europeans then, once they were converted, decided to help the process going to other worlds and through missionaries and others trying to get rid of shamanism. But we're sort of like mushrooms, and it's very difficult to get rid of shamanism, don't you think?
Yes, there's a perennial stubbornness that keeps emerging, which I think is really true about the deep imprinting that is found in the earth itself, and the deep imprinting that is found in the mystical roots and traditions, and shamanism and mysticism, and are deeply woven together in the extent that both really honor the incredible mystery of the creation of the earth and all living creatures, and both honor that we are part of a mystery that we can't even begin to comprehend. And I think that even though there's been an attempt for centuries to take out the inherent wisdom that is in all living things and all living creatures, that there's something in the DNA, not only of human beings, but the imprinting within the creation of Earth itself, that deeply wants to be honored. And since we are made of so much of the material from the universe as well as the earth itself. There's something primal that we cannot ignore or dismiss that is inherent in our bones.
Mm-hmm. And shamanism, as you all know, is probably the closest practice to recognizing this interrelationship of all things. There are other ways to become aware of that, obviously, but as a discipline, shamanism is really the oldest way.
It is.
Yeah. And the people who today, like yourselves, are bringing it back are, in a sense, picking up where it was lost in Europe and starting. We learned by from the shamans of other cultures where shamanism wasn't destroyed, such as places as in the Amazon and elsewhere. And so basically, we're just trying to reclaim our heritage that was taken away by force and violence.
Initiation really means the capacity to learn something new and demonstrate to someone else that you know it. They're not separated out from life. Every day is an initiation because every day is a new experience. I'm really touched by the fact that of this universal fact that there's not a culture on this planet that doesn't ritualize the four great mysteries of birth, initiation, marriage, and death. And every day provides us with an opportunity for birth and renewal. Every day provides us an opportunity for learning, which is initiation. Every day provides us an opportunity for marriage in the truest sense, which is mergence or integration or synthesis of bringing two or more parts of myself and creating a greater whole. And every day is a practice in letting go and release. And in the Basque tradition, there is a high belief that every decade of your life creates a stepway to the next decade. And so that every decade holds its challenge, holds its gift, holds its important stranger, and holds its deep learning. And so there are initiations that are standard that we also experience in this culture. In this culture, there's initiations around graduation, learning how to drive, ribbon cutting ceremonies. We have many more rituals, and rituals are really a crucible for how to bring the sacred and the secular together, but most of all is how to mark transitions and change. And so there are specific rites of passage, but every day is held as an integration of those four major mysteries that all cultures recognize. There's such a tendency in this culture to want to either romanticize or project onto other cultures that they have something that we don't. And I guess that I really want to honor that my whole life work has really been about bridging. I see that my deepest root, I feel privileged that, that I have the best of two worlds. I have a deep ancient root that I've been raised in, been raised biculturally, but I also I'm a bridging person, and I'm also embrace a modern existence, and in that modern existence is still many rites of passage and initiatory processes. And so I really don't agree when people say, oh, we don't have any rites of passage in this culture, or we don't have this, you know. The spiritual traditions of the world have ingrained rites of passage and markers as well. And so that's one of the reasons that you'll find many old traditions, if they feel that kind of romanticized projection, or, you know, I'm going to get this from this culture, you'll find that things, you'll get met, but in a very superficial way.